Well, ladies and gentlemen, the wait is nearly over. It's the evening before the eagerly awaited big game tomorrow, the first of the 22-23 EFL League Two campaign against Newport County here at Gander Green Lane tomorrow afternoon, 3 o'clock Saturday the 30th of July. And it promises to be a lovely day and excitement levels are rising. So, what can you expect on your visit to Gander Green Lane tomorrow afternoon? Well, there's been lots and lots going on in the summer, lots of improvements, lots of changes. So allow me to give you a lightning tour to show you what you can expect to see on your visit to the Grand Old Lady tomorrow afternoon. Let's go. It gives me enormous pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to welcome you to, nay, invite you to the brand new Sutton United home fan zone here at the Gander Green Lane end of the car park here at the stadium. Now, a lot of work has gone into putting this together with our friends Signal Brewery. Grateful thanks to those. But tomorrow from 12 noon, this new bar area will be open for your delectation with a food unit at the far end as well. Open from 12 noon until kick-off and then again until 6 o'clock after the game. The bars inside will also be open fully as normal, so the NBA lounge including for lunches and the 1898 lounge as well as the players lounge. But we're delighted that this is available to use for all Sutton United supporters going forward. Choice of 4 beers here at normal bar prices. It promises to be a lovely afternoon, so why not come down, enjoy the convivial atmosphere. Next week we're going to have brand new benches and furniture arriving. It's going to look smashing here. This is going to be a huge hub, we hope, for everybody. My friend Sean here is going to pour me a pint of the finest ale, and one for yourself, sir. The Sutton United Club Shop. Kudos to Gareth for offering this veritable cornucopia of goodies that you find in this lovely cavern. Replica kit, doesn't that look lovely? Of all sizes, polo shirts, leisure wear, training gear, coats, hoodies, sweatshirts, basketball vests, socks, retro gear, beanies, bags, caps, scarves. There's something for everyone in here. And just as a reminder, it's my birthday coming up in a couple of weeks. So, if you've yet to buy your matchday ticket for tomorrow's game against Newport County, the ever-smiling Shan and Mags will be here to welcome you from the ticket booth alongside the club shop. But don't forget, on matchday, it's now £2 extra to buy on the day from their ticket booth for adults and concessions. So the cheapest way to buy matchday tickets remains online in advance, or indeed online on the day of the game. Better, of course, than that is to, and you've still got time to purchase your great value season ticket, available on the ticket section of the website suttonunited.net. Other ticket booths here, Anna in the corner in the booth over there in the ticket collection booth will be for players' passes and guests, and we'll be offering the third booth over there tickets for future away matches against Doncaster and Milton Keynes. But come down, have a chat with Shanna Mags tomorrow, buy your ticket from here and then over and a pint of something refreshing in the fan zone or in the NBA lounge. The car park, ladies and gentlemen, the car park. So, you will have appreciated, I'm sure, with the addition of our new fan zone at the Gander Green Lane end of the car park here at the stadium. Places in the car park are perforce limited, and once we've got players, officials, guests, medical teams, media and visiting officers, there are fewer and fewer spaces available. So we've been working really hard at this over the last period, and we're delighted to be able to say that all current permit holders will be accommodated in the car park for tomorrow's game against Newport County. But please note, the car park will be closed from 2 p.m. Because there will be inevitable congestion here after that time. Also, I would suggest that if you're looking to get a quick getaway, you find alternative parking arrangements, because it's going to be a tight squeeze in here tomorrow as well. Going forward, we'll be looking and reviewing the car park allocations and number of spaces available, and we'll contact everyone accordingly over the course of the next 2 or 3 weeks. Thank you for your patience on this one. We will look after you tomorrow, but please come early and please be patient with the stewards who will be looking after you. One final thing to the car park, please, if you haven't got a permit, please don't try and park here tomorrow afternoon. Thank you. So we're now inside the stadium, and as I wistfully look across, how beautiful the grand old lady is looking right now. And here I am sitting in D57 in the main stand, the first person to sit here for well over a year. The good news, ladies and gentlemen, is that the stand is now fully open. All 719 seats available to be sat in. The old scaffolding and wooden box have been removed. Safety certification achieved. New pillar in place. A totally unobstructed view of the goings on in front of me. And what a view it is too. In fact, the whole ground is open, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go and have a look somewhere else, shall we? And so, to the affectionately entitled TARDIS Terrace, all now open and ready for you all to stand on. Delighted to see so many people standing on it last week against Bromley, offering great views of the pitch here, and I'm hoping it's going to be full of U's fans tomorrow afternoon. Can hold a maximum of 429 of you, and you can lean up against one of these beautiful amber crush barriers and have an unobstructed view right across the green swords of Gander Green Lane. Come and support the U's from this great terrace. So the Collingwood Road end of the ground, the away terraces and the away grandstands, entrance via turnstiles 9 and 10, and when the crowd numbers require, also turnstiles 11 and 12 is where we'll be welcoming our guests for the forthcoming season, starting with Newport County tomorrow afternoon. And what a lovely day it promises to be. So we'll be welcoming our guests from Newport tomorrow through turnstiles 9 and 10, and we'll be asking them to turn left as soon as they come into the ground and entering as the very first users of our away fan zone concourse. Let's have a little wander. Conveniences on the left hand side, on the right and straight ahead, and here on the left in a beautiful area, a food trailer will be coming in here this evening, and then we have drinks in the bar and entrance to the stadium here. This entrance for the terracing on the right hand side of the goal, and if you've got seats as Newport fans tomorrow, you'll be entering via the left hand entrance down there for the yellow seats at the left hand side of the Collingwood goal as we're looking at it from here. So, just coming over to the bar, we're looking forward to welcoming our friends from South Wales, and it looks like my friend Patrick has left a pint on the bar for me. Delighted to show you, ladies and gentlemen, the fully complete and open away end of Gander Green Lane. The terracing now all completely fitted, and the stands at the far end. Terracing offering 654 places for our away supporters. The grandstand at the end in the yellow seats, 282. This is where our friends from Newport County will be housed tomorrow. We hope they enjoy their view of the game. And to complete the away end configuration, we've lifted and shifted the temporary, but not so temporary anymore, it's going to be with us for another whole season, blue seated stand here with 132 seats. Tarmac this whole area, and as you can see, there is a wheelchair accessible stand on the other side of it for our away guests, which has been moved from the far side of the ground. This all means that now this beautifully appointed away end, ladies and gentlemen, can host a total of 1,074 away supporters. We look forward to greeting you all to Gander Green Lane. The rarely penetrated east end of the Gander Green Lane car park, ladies and gentlemen. What have we done here? Well, behind me you can see 4 cabins. 4 cabins. What's in them, you may ask? Let me tell you. In addition to the facilities that we've now got at Harlington for the first team training ground, we also have put these 4 cabins in here to house facilities for the first teams next to the changing rooms to their immediate left here as we're looking. What's in the cabins? Well, there's a gym, there's a physio, there's a strength conditioning and stretching area, and there's also the manager's office. So on game time, yes, but I'm here most days, and I've seen quite a lot of players down here using these facilities as well, even when they're not training. So much do they love them. Here are your 4 cabins, ladies and gentlemen. And what's next to these 4 cabins? What is this big building that's been going up over a protracted period of time now done? It is the new officials room. So what's in here? Well, it's the brand new referees changing rooms, 2 of those, showers, toilets, etc., and sink obviously. We've got a first aid room and an anti-doping room, and that's where our officials will be changing tomorrow for our game against Newport County. And do not let me forget, I've got the key. Anyone who's viewed any of these videos before, ladies and gentlemen, will remember that we've spoken about the need for us to move our dugouts, both the home and away dugouts, to move them back, and you can see the markings on the ground in a moment. James will pan the camera, I'm sure, there, so they're all set up and ready to go. And the reason we need to do this is because we need to have 14 seats in each dugout and to improve sight lines from various parts of the ground. So the good news is that we have indeed ordered our beautiful new dugouts, which will be sunk into the ground and have the requisite number of seats and more in actual fact. But because of manufacturing delays and 1 or 2 design complications, just because of the nature of the beast, they have been marginally delayed. So these will be with us in the course of the next week or 2, and work will commence for the dugouts to be sunk and the new ones erected, and these ones replaced and then put in their stead. So we shall look forward to that happening in the coming weeks. The second of the 2 outstanding jobs from our last piece to camera was this area of the ground, where we were looking to enable used fans to gain access to the bar at half time. I know that this is a really important matter for an awful lot of people, and it's something that we're really desperate to ensure happens. So this has been a little bit delayed, but the good news is that it is now on the roster, now that the absolute must-haves for the start of the season have been completed. So we're moving on to this one next, and we're hoping that for the game against Mansfield on the 27th of August, this area will be completely renovated. You'll see a big gap behind me and a beautiful double door chosen by my good friend Tim Allison, his favourite colour I believe, will lead into the Players Bar and NBA Lounge for used fans to gain access to the bars, eat and drink at half time. I know that that's something which is very close to a lot of people's hearts. Apologies for the delay, but it will be coming. We cannot wait to welcome everyone back to Gander Green Lane tomorrow. We're so proud of how the grand old lady is looking. Just look around you and see what changes there have been, what improvements, and how just wonderful the place is looking right now. What a day it's going to be tomorrow, and we look forward to the season ahead. And of course, you compare where we were this time last year, in July of last year, and look where we are 12 months on. It's almost unrecognisable, and the changes continue. It's been an immensely busy summer. But phase 1, with just 1 or 2 small jobs still outstanding as just described, is pretty much now complete, which is fantastic, and with grateful thanks to so many people, but also to the immense number of volunteers who continue to be the absolute essence and embodiment of what Sutton United is all about. This club is all about its people, and it will forever be that way. So a grateful thanks to all those people who have been of enormous assistance to us all here at Sutton United over an immensely busy 3 months. But of course, the hard work doesn't end there. Phase 1 may be complete, but as everybody knows, we're going to have to very quickly move on to phase 2, and indeed we've already started moving on to phase 2. We've achieved the goal of minimum 5,000 capacity stadium with a minimum of 1,000 seats, and all the other ameliorations and improvements and enhancements to the stadium that we were required to fulfil over the last 12 months. We're now moving on and already planning to the next stage, which, as people know, is to ensure that we actually have 2,000 seats by no later than April of 2024, and that will be upon us before we know it. So we've already had preliminary meetings, in fact at least 2 with architects and designers, to ensure that we start the ball rolling now, because the work will have to commence at the end of this season for it to be complete in time with a minimum fuss and inconvenience to our spectator base for the following season. So we are awaiting a specification based on the brief set. We've engaged with a series of architects and designers, and a number of solutions are being put forward for board consideration. So watch this space, but we're already on the case, as they say, on phase 2. The work never stops, and nor should it indeed. But in the meantime, we're all about tomorrow and Newport County and the start of another fantastic season. What a beautiful day, what a beautiful place this is now down here. We're looking forward to seeing you all. Let's fill this stadium with amber and chocolate tomorrow and get behind this wonderful management team and their superb squad of players that they've assembled. Proud to be associated with Sutton United Football Club, and long may that continue too. So let's get down here early, have a drink in the fan zone or in the bars, in that convivial atmosphere, join in with friends, and let's really get behind the boys tomorrow and throughout this whole season. Season ticket sales are now over 1,500, but there's still an opportunity to buy there. We really want this stadium full of amber and chocolate throughout the season, and I'm sure that the quality and brand of football will dictate that will be the case from the hard-working squad that we've got. So all remains for me to say is thank you for your continued support. Enjoy the stadium tomorrow. Let's get behind this team and let the games commence. Come on, Sutton. Forever amber.